Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the daily office lectionary. And today I thought for Monday, let's take a look at the lesson that's assigned for evening prayer, the first lesson, and that is from the book of the prophet Ezra. Now, you may have noticed that the last couple of weeks last week and change, we've been bouncing back and forth between the book of Ezra and the book of Haggai the prophet. The reason for that, of course, is because the time is overlapping. They're talking about the same events going on, written by two different people, two different prophets at the same time period. So the lectionary has basically picked and helped us to put a timeline together by combining the teachings from these particular prophets. And what we've been talking about, of course, is that the temple has been destroyed, but it's God's will that the temple be rebuilt. And the people went back originally to Jerusalem to begin to build. They were stopped because the local chieftains in the area were like, these people, if they have this temple, they're dangerous, they're a rebellious group, and so they're put on stop. Now the green light is coming and the house is of God, the temple will be rebuilt. So we're in Ezra chapter 5, beginning at verse number 1. Then the prophets, Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddu, prophesied unto the Jews that were in Judah and Jerusalem the name of God of Israel, even unto them. Then rose up Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel and Jeshua the son of Josadak, and began to build the house of God, which is at Jerusalem, and with them were the prophets of God helping them. The copy of the letter of the Tattenai, governor of this side of the river, and Shethar-Boznai and his companions, the Arsacides, which were on this side of the river, sent to Darius the king. They sent a letter unto him, which was written thus: Unto Darius the king, all peace. Be it known unto the king that we went into the province of Judea, to the house of the great God, which is builded with great stones, and timber is laid in the walls, and the work goeth on fast, and prospereth in their hands. Then asked we those elders, and they said unto them, Who commanded you to build this house, and to make up these walls? And we asked their names also to certify thee, that we might write the names of that men that were chief of them. And thus they returned us answers, saying, We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and build the house that was builded these many years ago, with the great king of Israel builded and set up. But after that our fathers had provoked the God of heaven unto wrath, he gave unto them to the hands of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, the Chaldean, who destroyed this house and carried the people away into Babylon. In the first year of Cyrus, the king of Babylon, the same King Cyrus made a decree to build the house of God, and the vessels also of gold and of silver in the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar took out of the temple that was in Jerusalem. He brought them into the temple of Babylon. Those did Cyrus the king take out of the temple of Babylon, and were delivered unto one, whose name was Sheshbazzar, whom he made the governor. And they said unto him, Take these vessels, go, carry them to the temple that is in Jerusalem, and let the house of God be builded in that place. Then came Sheshbazzar, and laid the foundation of the house of God, which is in Jerusalem. And since that time, even unto now, hath it been in building, and yet it is not finished. Now therefore, if it seem good to the king, let there be search made in the king's treasure house, which is there at Babylon, whether it be so that a decree was made of Cyrus the king to build this house of God at Jerusalem. And let the king send his pleasure to us concerning this matter. Okay, so there we go. It's all there in writing, right? They're telling him, listen here, O king, right, of Darius, your forefathers took away the house, destroyed the house, and then ordered it being rebuilt. And we're just following through on that original order. So it's good for us to know this biblical history, right? The idea that the Jews, they admit the temple was destroyed because of their disobedience, not because God liked the Babylonians better, but because the Jews were disobedient to the law. Now they've learned through their exile that they've been purified, and they are seeking again to serve God. And so God's reward is for them to rebuild the temple so that they can worship once again. So it's not a straight line to salvation for the people of the Jews. They've had their ups and downs. And of course, the pinnacle is that Jesus Christ has come to save both Jew and Gentile, not by our works and our merits and our being able to keep the law, but by his grace and mercy. So today is Monday. We do have 12:15 Holy Communion. I do hope that you can join us today in church to worship with us, or watch us while you're watching this live stream. And may your Monday be full of blessings.